How did you know that your husband here was actually somebody who was ready for marriage? Like, how did you know that this was somebody that, because you didn't date dudes prior. How did you know that, yo, this dude here, this is somebody that I need to start, shaping up for and actually listening to and really molding myself around and getting on his program? How did you know that?
Okay, so I'm very spiritually led. So when I met him in person, because we met online on MySpace. Shout out to MySpace.
MySpace. Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a classic right there.
Throwback.
Right.
When I was in high school, it was one of the chicks in high school. She met a dude on MySpace, and back then it was meeting people online. That was
Yeah.
real sketchy.
Yeah,
So the
sketchy.
whole high school, she was known as the MySpace freak.
Oh, freak.
But see, that's the thing. That just shows you how far technology.
Because Instagram
and
is a
all that-
dating site now.
I mean, now
Yeah,
of
basically.
course,
And
of
you
course, you
can't-
met
and
him on
also
MySpace, right? It
Shows
makes
you
sense.
can't be listening to people. Like, shut up. Anyway.
Yeah.
I met him on MySpace, but I did have that mindset. Like, I'm not dating a dude offline, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he came at me correct. He came at me on some creative stuff. He was a rapper. I was creating content. We did music. And he's like, yo, I really like this video you put out. Like, what did you, it's rare that you hear a woman breaking down hip hop lyrics and understanding like what Tupac was talking about in that Illuminati song. Like, so he came at me correct. He didn't come at me in no type of flirtatious stuff at all. And
That's
I
a
literally,
fat ass that got in that picture right there. See, don't be a creep online, fellas. This is
Right.
game for your online approach.
actually care about what's going on in my head and my heart, you know?
He has some interest.
Yeah, and I didn't think it was fake because I went to his page and I'm like, he's an actual rapper. I'm listening to his songs and I'm like, he talks about the kind of stuff that I'm interested in. So I think that it was just a genuine connection. So all that being said, but that's how we met on those grounds. And then when I finally met him in person, which like I said, I still wasn't trying to date him. It just so happened, and it's a long story.
Wait, MySpace. So this is years ago, right?
Years ago. It was 2009. It's at the end though. It was at the end, 2009, 2010. It was like when people were getting off MySpace and really
Oh,
starting
shit.
to
How long
Oh,
y'all
so
been
y'all
together?
been knowing each other for years.
Oh yeah. So we're what years? Anyway, we've been married 7 years.
Wow.
We've been talking between like talking, courting, everything. It's been like at least 11 years. So, yeah, anyway, all that being said, but like, yeah, so when I finally met him in person though, like the very first day that I met him, like I just felt it. I literally asked myself, like, the God in me, like, is this my husband? Like, I'm asking Holy Spirit, like, is this my husband? It's just weird. I know.
That's when you know
sounds
you
crazy.
killed that date, fellas.